Immortal and Martial Dual Cultivation. Chapter 11. Bitter Encounter. Enemies meeting face to face. His martial spirit has just been formed. If this terrifying bolt of lightning were to strike his martial spirit, something he had condensed with much difficulty, it might be smashed to pieces. He might truly turn into trash forever. However, something strange occurred all of a sudden. The azure dragon in his Dantian opened its mouth wide and swallowed up the lightning that was rampaging around his meridians. The lightning rumbled ceaselessly around it, but the azure dragon martial spirit did not sustain any injuries at all. This scene caused Xiao Chen to feel that it was incomparably weird. Could his cultivation of the Purple Thunder Divine Incantation have caused a mutation in the azure dragon martial spirit that allows it to absorb electricity? Cousin Xiao Chen, are you alright? Xiao Yulan asked worriedly. She felt guilty, as this might not have happened had she warned him earlier. The electrical energy within his body began to disperse, leaving behind injured meridians that hadn't sustained any major damage in its wake. Xiao Chen could repair them before long. I'm fine. That lightning may have seemed frightening, but it did not contain much energy. Cousin Yulan, you don't have to worry. Xiao Yulan did not seem to believe him. She held Xiao Chen's wrist to check his meridians, heaving a relief breath shortly after. However, she felt suspicious. The lightning did not seem as simple as Xiao Chen had described it, but she would be unable to find an answer anytime soon. Xiao Chen smiled. Cousin, don't think too much. Let's see what's in this embroidered box. Xiao Yulan put down the suspicions in her heart and took out the thing inside the box. She spoke only after looking at it for a while. That is a superior grade yellow rank martial technique. It's a pity that it is lightning attributed. A lightning attributed superior grade yellow rank martial technique of all things. This was a treasure that was now delivered to him on a silver platter. He had just condensed his martial spirit and had not practiced any martial technique yet. The main attribute of his azure dragon martial spirit was that of wood, but after cultivating the Purple Thunder Divine Incantation, this azure dragon seemed to have gained some lightning attributes. Cousin, can you give this martial technique to me to practice? Xiao Chen asked. Xiao Yulan nodded her head in response. I intended to give this to you. It's just that this martial technique is lightning attributed, whereas your martial spirit is fire attributed, so its power might be decreased. Xiao Chen received the martial technique secret manual and smiled. That is not a problem. I still have not learned any martial techniques. If I can learn one, then it is one more that I know. Superior grade yellow ranked martial technique, Divine Thunder Break. After successfully training in it, one could release a blast of electrical energy. Xiao Chen circulated his essence according to the martial technique manual, and an electrical energy gathered onto his right hand. He was very content with this technique. He hurriedly stopped training it, for it was not yet the time for him to test it out. Cousin Yulan, shall we return or proceed forward? Xiao Chen asked. He had already obtained a superior grade yellow ranked martial technique and was satisfied. But if they continued on, they might run into some other dangers. Xiao Yulan ignored Xiao Chen's statement and continued to search around every corner of the four walls. After a while, she spoke up. It looks like we have to go back. After searching for such a long time, I am still unable to find the secret passage of this stone room. This aligned with Xiao Chen's original intention. He put away the martial technique manual in a safe place and smiled. Let's go. This place is very strange. Let's not wait for anything to happen. Who knew? When Xiao Chen finished saying that, the stone table in the stone room started to move, slowly moving in an anti-clockwise motion. Xiao Yulan gripped her sword and alertly watched the table turn. When the table stopped turning, the stone wall on the right side suddenly revealed a stone door. Xiao Chen wanted to slap himself. Right when he said that this place was strange, this strange thing occurred. Xiao Yulan lit up her fire starter and threw it forward. She discovered that, aside from a tunnel, there was nothing else. After hesitating for a while, Xiao Yulan slowly followed the tunnel and descended, leaving Xiao Chen with no other choice than to follow her. Hey, cousin, why did you follow me down? Didn't you say that you didn't want to go? Xiao Yulan gently smiled. Xiao Chen scratched his head. I followed you to take a look, and the road is not blocked, so it should be simple to turn back and return. Rumble. As though it was answering Xiao Chen's words, the hole behind them was sealed shut. It almost drove him mad the instant it happened. How uncanny. Seeing Xiao Chen's depressed visage, Xiao Yulan found it funny. Alright, since the road is sealed shut now, you can't turn back either. Xiao Chen smiled bitterly. Let's hope that there is an exit ahead. They travelled in silence. After a certain distance, their field of vision abruptly widened, and a huge stone platform appeared in front of their eyes. The moonstone pillar in the middle of the stone platform immediately caught their attention. From the memories of this body, Xiao Chen could imagine the immense value of this moonstone. However, they soon noticed the Zhang clan members behind the thin yellow barrier. Xiao Chen's appearance caused the person in blue to become anxious. At this moment, the thin yellow barrier was only the size of half a person. A regular person would not be able to squeeze in, so he could not help but feel apprehensive. Elder Zhang, quickly go in. The cultivation of those two are at both martial master. We absolutely cannot let them snatch away the spirit weapon on the moonstone. Elder Zhang knew that the matter was urgent. He took 2 steps back and ferociously leapt forward, like a carp leaping through water. His body athletically went through the hole that was about the size of a wash basin. After he landed, he somersaulted and immediately stood up. The cultivation of Elder Zhang had already reached the peak of Martial Grandmaster long ago. A Martial Grandmaster had the capability to easily kill tens of Martial Masters. And what more, with Elder Zhang's peak Martial Grandmaster cultivation, killing them would be very simple. Elder Zhang slowly walked over and clearly saw their appearances, smiling. I was wondering who it was. So, it is the second young master of the Xiao clan and the granddaughter of the Xiao clan's first elder. Xiao Yulan stepped forward and gave a preemptive explanation. We are not interested in snatching away this piece of moonstone. We merely got trapped when we tried to return. Since you are aware of our identities, please let us go. Xiao Chen perspired heavily. This cousin of his indeed had a strong cultivation, but her brain seemed to have short-circuited. The Xiao clan and Zhang clan had been enemies for a long time. Furthermore, if he killed the both of them here, the rest of the world would be none the wiser. Even without the moonstone, this Elder Zhang would not have let them go. Indeed, Elder Zhang just laughed aloud. Little girl, you are so naive. You think that you actually dared to sneak attack me? How foolish!